everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
You're watching the Patreon bonus stories. I want to get right into this one, Jess, because this freaked me out.
Okay, Jess is a little bit of a... I mean, this is news footage, so...
Yeah,
I mean,
so if you're squeamish or whatever about kidnappings, skip the story.
There's no blood or anything, but
it's scary. Yeah, so thank you to our viewer, Steve B., up in Canada. I realize that it's been picked up now by a bunch of other news outlets, but I didn't really want to put this on the main show because it is kind of scary. So this is Vaughan Mills, Ontario, Canada. Check this out.
There are a lot of questions about what happened here at the Vaughan Mills parking lot, but City News did obtain video of what police had initially described as an attempted carjacking, but now we're learning that York Regional Police are investigating this incident as an attempted kidnapping. I do want to show you where it all went down. It happened just directly behind me here, right by the Tesla charging stations. That's where the victim's car was parked before the incident took place. Video of the incident Friday afternoon shows 4 people dressed in black forcefully pull a woman out of her vehicle towards a parked blue Honda. Vaughan Mills employee John Paul says while he was working, he heard a woman's loud, fearful scream.
I turn around, there's 4 guys. 2 of them had a gun. They start grabbing the girl. She's screaming on the top of her lungs.
That moment seen here. The woman in a white shirt, her arms grabbed tightly by the suspects.
There were 2 guys in the car and then 4 guys that jumped out of the car, and they just tried to grab her and get her in the car and take off with her.
York police say they have spoken to the victim and that she is cooperating with police. Officers are now searching for 4 suspects dressed in black clothing who fled the scene in that blue Honda Civic seen in the video, which police say was stolen in Toronto on August 21st with the plate number AXJN850. As for the victim, John Paul says he spoke to her and she's okay.
She actually got taken care of in my tent, like under my tent. Her feet were like busted up. She had a few scratches like around her body. She was able to fight off the guys. A
scary afternoon in the busy mall parking lot. Witnesses say they are thankful it didn't end up much worse.
Once I saw the gun, I got scared and I stepped away so that I can call the cops safely. But yeah, a million different things went through my mind. Like, I don't know, there were people crowding, people recording. I was just scared someone was going to get hurt with the gun. But yeah, thankfully, it doesn't look like anyone got hurt.
Now, police say that this was a targeted incident. However, they do not elaborate on what may have led to this or whether the suspects and the victim are known to one another. The victim did sustain minor injuries, but police are asking anyone with any video or any information to give them a call.
All right, so I want to tie this in with this, okay? So maybe you guys don't know this story, but basically a number of years ago, we were talking to, I think it was the Wisconsin Tesla Owners Club, having a fun time on a live stream. One of the members was talking about how they wish that there could be some way so that if you were at a supercharger, you could drive away if something scary happened.
Without having to get out of your car and unplug.
Jesse's brain started going, that's true, you can't. What can I do? What can we do? And we put forward a challenge. We have many of the things behind us. You can go watch those in depths where we checked out the different ideas that came to us. One of the ideas was the precursor to this one, came from our buddies Craig and Eric, which turned into a company, all based on that Wisconsin discussion, Jesse's brain, Jesse putting it out there to the community doing stuff with it. This is how things happen, right? Now the latest on this, that we've heard is that Tesla is suing these guys. I think
over a trademark.
It's a bogus lawsuit.
Lawsuit. It's just a corporate shut up, go away kind of thing.
And I think when Elon gets involved, which he seems to be, I'm guessing over some time this will sort itself out. This technology needs to be worked into charging, right? You need to be able to get away when you're charging, just like you can, if you have to, get away when you're filling your gas car, break something, but that can be fixed. Better that than be stuck in a fire, or in this case, get kidnapped. Now, I don't know what happened in this case. Kind of hope I never know, but I'm guessing that these people knew that this woman would have to get out of her car at some point and unplug from charging or plug in to charge. So if criminals know that about EVs, that gives them a huge bonus, right? Because in a gas car, if you see something sketchy, you drive off. In an EV, if you're charging and you can't drive off and they know that, you're a sitting duck. This isn't meant to be fear-mongering. I'm not, the whole thing that Tesla was saying against these guys, like, you're making it sound like, no, it's just that the world that we live in is the world we live in.
4 dudes in black hoodies ripping a woman out of her
If
Tesla.
I'd used that as an example, if I had said, what if 4 guys, you would have been like, come on. But that happened. Now, I get it. That Honda Accord is parked in front of her car, and you might be like, well, regardless of whether she could drive away, she can't. Yes, but she could smash into the car. It's a very powerful car she's driving. She could go to the left and try and get out.
We've seen, I think it was a video in China a couple of years ago, where someone in a Model 3 was pushing cars out of the way to get away from, I believe it was a similar thing, robbers or something like that.
And I think if you cut it off access, you could scrape free and get out of there. And this is one of the situations where it's worth damaging cars if you're not going to be freaking kidnapped.
Well, and at the very least, I think you deserve to put up a fight if you're going to be kidnapped. And also, let's say that you do smash into the Honda Accord. Now, instead of it being a blue Honda Accord, it's going to be a smashed up blue Honda Accord with a broken wheel and didn't get very far from the scene, and officers were able to apprehend.
Right.
That's the difference between having the EV jacked and not having the EV jacked. And it's just, I wish that this had been thought about. And I realized that the funny part is with gas cars, there was no technology to where when you put the pump into the thing at the gas station for the pump to be able to talk to your car and prevent it from starting and going away. If we had that technology, apparently that's what we would have done. Mm-hmm. We don't have that. So we just said, okay, well, the thing is going to break away and it'll close up, so it'll prevent gas from spilling everywhere. That was the solution that we came up with. And it fits a lot of functions. So if there is a fire at a gas pump and you need to just like run, you can do that. If you're being robbed, you can run. All of that stuff. It all gets taken care of because we had a dumb problem that was solved in sort of a dumb way. With electric cars, we had all the smart people, and they decided to do it in a smart way that ended up having a lot of unintended consequences, which the EV Ject is going to solve. Messily, I would argue. I mean, I don't think. I mean, I've talked to Craig, and he's just like, I don't want to have to sell this. He's like, I think this should be integral to all charging standards because there shouldn't be this, you have to buy something in order to remain safe.
Right.
If you haven't thought about buying, I mean, I don't want to have to bring this up. It's just such a scary thing. And yeah, I would like you to be able to smash into their car if they're trying to kidnap you or rob you or do whatever.
And just not be seen as a sitting duck.
Because as soon as there's like a couple stories about that, criminals are probably going to get wise to the fact that the car was covered with cameras, which means that the entire event was, they got their face, even if they are wearing gloves and trying to cover their, you know what I mean? Like, I think that we can push some of this back. It's just, I'm afraid that it's going to get worse.